Hi guys, my name is Shukra. Today I decided to make a video to reflect on my year, the new things I did, what I could do better, just look through things. I'm decided to making this video. I would usually do this end of the years most of the time or beginning of a new year or like my birthdays, but I would mostly do journaling or private videos that I don't get to share. But this time I just thought to, I have a YouTube channel now, so I could as well just post it, share it. Yeah, this is a little new for me. But for today, a friend is behind the camera and she'll be asking me a few questions and I'll just be answering honestly.
All right. So the very first question, the very obvious one. How was the year for you?
There was a lot. Some parts were heavy, some parts were easy, but pulled through. So I'll say it was a good year. It's not the best of the years, but it's a necessary year. It's like a transitional, it's a phase, and it was a good year, and I'm grateful to be here.
Next question.
All right.
New things did you do this year?
I did a couple new things this
I'm
year.
so excited about this question.
Yes, I'm actually happy I got to do new things. This year, I lived alone fully by myself. I never really lived alone. And it taught me a lot about my routines, my quiet moments, and generally just about myself. Yeah, that's all.
Living alone teach you to really focus more, get more work done.
Living alone taught me that freedom sometimes can be good and be bad because there's nobody to be accountable to in some way. Like you have all your time, you have all your day. You can do it however you want to. I think I messed it up at the beginning because then my sleep routine was terrible. Like I would usually sleep by morning. My sleep routine this year was terrible. Actually, that's something that I don't want to have to repeat next year. I would sleep morning, be up all the night because it was just me. I could do anything. Sometimes I starve, sometimes I overeat. Sometimes I just do whatever I wish. And it can be freeing, it can be nice, but then that's when I learned like, oh, you have to put routines in place. You have to be accountable to yourself. You have to be disciplined. But living alone is an experience I enjoyed, and to be honest, it was a good one.
Would you recommend?
Highly recommend. I mean, it does not work for everybody, but if it works for you, good. I mean, you should try it out to know if it works for you. I cooked a lot this year. I perfected some of my recipes. I tried new things. I cooked a lot of new things I normally would not. And I also read a lot of books this year. I read a lot of fictions, a lot of novels. One fiction I really enjoyed this year was Khalid Hosseini, A Thousand Splendid Suns. I really enjoyed the book. I mean, it was a very sad book, but well written. I really enjoyed it. I also read a lot of. I also read about psychology a bit more this year. So I've always been interested in our minds, like the human mind, how we work, how we think, and patterns and things like that. So I read a lot on trauma, sleep patterns, and repetitive patterns in like genetics and things like that. This year, I also learned how to swim. I'm so grateful I actually did that because before now, I would not even go beside a pool. I would not go anywhere near a pool, or even when I go to the beach, I'm usually not playing a lot in the water because I'm scared of water and whatnot. But this year, in fact, last month, I learned how to swim, and now at least I'm not scared. I can swim. I can swim. I'm excited about that, to be honest. I'm really glad I pushed myself to learn how to swim this year. And I'm also glad I got to do it with my friend. This year, I spent some quality time with my family. For example, I went to Nigeria this year and I had some really great conversations with my father, which I enjoyed. This year, I also started learning how to crochet. I wanted to show you my project. Anyways, I'll probably attach a picture. No, I would not do that. This year, I also started learning how to crochet. I'm currently working on something. I'm glad to just be picking up random hobbies. Okay, my friend, YouTube taught me how to crochet. Okay, I was learning on YouTube and I was not following through. So my friend came around and she showed me one or two things. So thank you. So this is the biggest of them all. Not the biggest, because I already said living alone is the biggest. But I started YouTube this year. I started posting vlogs this year. Now I did not post a lot of vlogs. I probably posted just 5 or 6, but it's a great improvement compared to how for the past probably 3 years now I've always said, oh, I like to post on YouTube. I like to make vlogs because I really enjoy watching vlogs and spending time on YouTube. So I'm really glad I started posting my own videos this year. And I'm glad I just pushed myself to start because a lot of times it's just usually in my head and I never got to start. I just started and I'm like, well, I could actually just do this. So I'm really glad I started YouTube this year. And YouTube has been something I wanted to do for a while now. And once I started, I realized there could even be more to it for me than just making videos and posting it because then I realized, oh, I'm not so comfortable in front of the camera. I need to articulate my thoughts better. I need to be more comfortable speaking, and addressing people, not just talking to myself. So a lot of things to learn from it. And to be honest, it's just been rewarding. I hope to continue. I'm also still very camera shy and awkward, if you have not noticed, but it's a process. It's a process I enjoy and I don't regret it. This year, I also learned how to do my makeup. Well, I usually just do foundation and powder and little basics, but I'm adding a few more things like concealer. Anyways, so excited. It's just fun for me to be honest. And I'm glad I also started that. This year, I learned how to manage a medical condition that I have. One more. This year, also, I was a bridesmaid this year for the first time. My sister got married and I was actually bridesmaid. So,
Yeah, what did you realize?
hmm. What did I realize this year? This year, I realized waiting does not really help. Like waiting to get started on something, waiting to be perfect before starting something. In a lot of ways, I've realized I often do that, and to be honest, it does not help. So it's just better to start messy, inconsistent, anyhow, get started, and then we can keep things moving from there. So that's one important thing that I learned personally for me, and it helps towards my growth this year. Something I learned about myself is I also realized I need to put more effort into community and into my friendships and relationships in general. It's just something I realized and I would like to do better.
In 2025, how was your romantic life? Any heartbreak, breakfast, cute moments, anything?
Non-existent. Thank you. Moving
Can
on.
you share more context?
Moving on. Actually, there was not,
How is it possible?
to be honest, non-existent.
No
Literally. Take my words for it. Non-existent. So,
Set out to do this year that you didn't do.
that was not the question. What did I set out to do this year that I did not do? To be honest, there are a lot of things, but one would be I really wanted to learn my French up to C1 level this year, but I couldn't get to do that. I also wanted to travel more, which I didn't. I did travel, but it was not as much as I wanted. I I also wanted to be more consistent with taking my daily walks. I tried, to be honest. This year was actually way better than last year, but it could have been much more better. What else did I want to do this year that I did not do? Confront somebody, but I did not get to confront them. So maybe next year I'll do that. Yeah.
Any things you feel can spill over to next year?
And these things I feel can speak oh much. Everything I've just mentioned are things I'll also still like together next year. And hopefully this time I actually get it done.
So, what do you want for yourself in 2020?
What do I want for myself 2026? I want community, real connections. I want to invest more in people that invest in me. I
So,
also,
when you say community, do you mean people like a community in Abidjan here?
yes, a community of friends in Abidjan, and to be honest, even outside of Abidjan. But yeah, just a community of people that are my people, my friends, people that are currently already even pour into me. I want to pour into them and do better for them. I want to be better at communications. I am really bad at replying text messages, WhatsApp messages, or even picking phone calls. So, of course, that's also a part of friendships and community. So, I want to do better for myself and reply my text messages. I want to explore more hobbies. I would like to explore more hobbies next year. Just random things that spark joy for me. Like, I don't want to overthink anything. If I feel like doing something, I'll just do it. If I'm bad at it, or the beginning is not easy, I'll just do it, to be honest. Also, 2026, I like to run. I don't know, is that something I want to do? I know everybody's running marathons right now. I want to be among. I want to just try. So I take a lot of walks, but I just cannot run. I think before I used to think I could not run because if I try to run, I usually feel like a pain. But for like the past few weeks now, I've been running just little. When I go for my walks, I had a little run to it, and I think I could actually go
Mommy's run.
and do better. Mommy's run or not, we are starting regardless. Please, thank you. So 2026, I want to be kinder to myself. I want to be more gentle with myself. I am my own biggest critic and just want to take things easy and slow with myself. And I also want to be more disciplined. Don't we all? And honestly, I just want peace, clarity, and consistency from 2026.
And more money too, baby.
A lot more money so I can take care of my friends and my family. Okay, you have another question for me. Are you recording?
Yeah.
You have
What would
another
you
question.
tell
What would I tell my past self?
beginning of this year? To cry in 2025, January 2025. What would you tell her?
Be gentle on yourself. Yes, I feel like this year was just, I didn't give myself enough grace. I did not, probably because I also did not get to do a lot of things I would like to have done this year. So every time I was just beating down on myself, really. So I'll just told that just be gentle on yourself because even everything I did, talking down on myself and whatnot, it did not help. So I could have just been gentle on her. She's just a baby.
What are you intentionally leaving behind in the new year?
Let me think about that. What am I intentionally leaving behind?
This is where you mention all your bad character.
There's so my text messages. To be honest, it's really terrible. It's terrible. Like somebody messaged me, I'm on my phone, I see it, but I'm not. It does not make sense even to me. So reply my messages on time and charge my phone. My battery is usually always low. So yeah, just it was in between. It was it was in between because even when I think about this year, for some reasons, it feels like it was divided into two parts. So for like I feel like this year, when I think of it, it starts from like April because April was sort of some new beginning for me. So I would not say it was fast or slow. It was really just there. And I was not really looking forward to the end of the year. So there was no reason for it to be fast. So,
What moment from this year stands out the most?
what moments from this year stands out the most
Like a moment you recall, let's say 10 years.
from now? So there was this day a couple of days that I spent with my daddy, a lot with my daddy. Like we're literally each other's side and we had a lot of conversations and I really that moment and it's one to remember a long time from now. My mom is not the jealous one. Okay, can I add to that? Because there were a lot of memories from this year that will just stick with me. Another one would be, to be honest, don't. Another one would be traveling with my friend this year. I traveled with my friend to went to Cotonou earlier this year in January, and yeah, it was a beautiful time with her. What was the hardest lesson I had to learn this year? You have to put in the work. If you don't put in the work, nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to change. So yeah, and discipline is important to be honest. Anything you want to do, be disciplined. And this is me talking to myself. Actually go for it. Discipline, be consistent, work for it like you really want it. And something I like this year is also like whatever it is that you're working towards and you're working for, the people around you should be able to notice it. Like that's how much you should put in work to it. Yeah. Moments of joy for me in 2025. I'm going to say this again. Traveling with my friend in January, sending off my sister in April. My sister relocated. I'm just spending. I'm fortunate left to spend a lot of time with together with my brother and my mommy, and it was just a beautiful family moment. And like another thing that sparked joy for me this year is just to be honest, the sunset and the sunrise. I think I enjoyed it a little bit more this year. I would go for a walk and I'll just be too excited to see the sunrise and the sunset and catch it. Another thing that sparked joy for me this year, another thing I really enjoyed was being at my sister's wedding. It was a joyous moment for the family and for everybody, and I hope we experience more of that joy.
I hope to experience that joy.
I also hope to experience that joy. Another random moment that sparked joy for me this year was how supportive people were to me or toward how supportive people were towards me this year. My family, my sister, my biggest supporter. Shout out to you. My sugar mummies, I love you all. My friends, my family, my daddy. I mean, my daddy is OG, my parents, OG supporters. And what else? People that watch my YouTube. I'm grateful for everybody. I danced a lot this year. I mean, alone in my room in front of the mirror. It's just one of the things I would do when I just don't know what to do, or when I'm bored, or just when life gets heavy, or when randomly I just dance. You should try it too. It's nice.
You didn't mention you learned how to drive for a short period.
How would I have forgotten that? I actually learned to drive. Don't give me your car. Don't try it. I learned to drive for a very short period of time. I wish I could have gone, and so that's something I would like to learn next year. Or when I have a car, I just want to know how to drive. So I learned how to drive, or I explored how to drive this year for a short moment, and I enjoyed it. Thank you to the person that taught me. I think we've come to the end of this video, and just before I leave, I just wanted to appreciate everybody in my life, my friends, my family. I'm grateful for everybody, and yeah, I hope spend more joyous moments with my loved ones next year. Thank you for watching. And so this video was actually very random. It was just last night I thought about. I was having these conversations with my friend. And I thought not just make it a video and post it on my YouTube. And maybe next I can always come back and watch it for accountability. And it's really, now that I've done it, I'm really grateful I did it. And you could also try it too. You could journal about your, yeah, you could just, you don't have to post it. It doesn't have to be public. Just reflecting moments, gratitude. Yeah, and I'm also grateful for my friend who is behind the camera right now and filming this video for me and making it a little less awkward for me. So yeah, thank you for watching. You can feel free to share something with me in the comments about your year, something I said that you can relate with. So bye. Hope to see you next year.